Hi Whovians, Harry here, and with season 1 of Doctor Who only a couple of weeks away, marketing has really ramped up for it, because it seems like every BBC ident is just the trailer for Doctor Who. However, it isn't just the BBC, of course, that will be releasing Doctor Who. It is also Disney Plus, and a leaked, unlisted Doctor Who trailer on the Disney Plus YouTube channel has been made public, and it has a couple of secrets in it which have been revealed a bit prematurely, and this video will be going over that trailer, breaking down all the hidden details and the secrets for what they might mean for season 1 of Doctor Who. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe, also leave a like and comment down below, and let's get in to the video. So, the trailer starts with Doctor Who saying that it will start next Friday, which means that this trailer was supposed to be probably released this upcoming weekend. So, of course, as I said, it has been made public to, it has been made public sooner than Disney and probably Doctor Who would have liked. And there are some secrets that maybe shouldn't have been revealed just yet. However, moving into the actual trailer, over the first couple of scenes, the Doctor can be heard saying, "I am the last of the Time Lords." And of course, this is very reminiscent of 9, 10, and 11 that have said that they were the last of the Time Lords before him. But what has happened to other Time Lords like the 14th Doctor, the Rani, the Meddling Monk, and Susan Foreman? The Doctor knows, or at least suspects, that these Time Lords are alive. So why is he now the last of the Time Lords? I know that Gallifrey was destroyed, but there are still some Time Lords out there. He is not the last of the Time Lords. I did do a YouTube short going over this line of the Doctor saying he was the last of the Time Lords, so check that out if you haven't already. I will link it up in the cards above, so check that out. But what has happened to make the Doctor the last of the Time Lords? And then the Doctor goes on to say, there are as many dimensions as there are atoms in the universe. So, does this mean that the Doctor will be travelling beyond the main Doctor Who universe? We know that there are parallel universes and other universes that are completely different. So, will we see some different universes, or at least different dimensions, in season 1 of Doctor Who? But moving past that, the main bulk of this trailer is quick shots, so I will be going over most of them here. So, the first one I want to touch on is robots, and that indicates the Flinks. And the Flinks is a robot which works for UNIT, and it made its debut in the episode The Giggle, which was the last episode of David Tennant's 14th Doctor. So, obviously, we know that the Doctor will be going back to UNIT, so maybe the Flinks will have a bigger role than just basically spouting technobabble and exposition that it did in The Giggle. And then, moving past that, we get another shot that is basically confirmation that Jonathan Groff's character is a bounty hunter. There have been rumours that he was going to play a historical character, but it now looks that he is going to be playing a bounty hunter, and it makes sense that a lot of people thought that he was going to be a time agent, and he has this futuristic gun. So he could be a time agent gone rogue that has turned into a bounty hunter, or he could just be a bounty hunter, but it seems that, again, he is going to be a bounty hunter. So we know a little bit more about his character now, so I can't wait to see that episode and how it is uncovered that he is a bounty hunter, and potentially who he works for, because there are many people like the boss and the one who waits that could hire Jonathan Groff's character to kill or capture the Doctor, because there are a lot of people out for him. And then the next shot I want to go over is again from the episode Rogue, which is the Regency era episode that Jonathan Groff's character is from. And there are a lot of people like stood inside this futuristic triangle, and the triangle looks like it should belong to the episode Dot and Bubble, which is episode 5, I think, of this series. So it just seems out of place for this like triangle to be in Rogue rather than Dot and Bubble, but of course there has to be something to do with Rogue for it to be in this episode. And I do have to mention that a triangle appeared in the episode The Five Doctors, and it was a way to transport in the episode The Five Doctors, the Doctors and his companions to the tomb of Rassilon. So maybe this is another transportation method, and it just obviously looks better because Doctor Who's budget and graphics have gone up immensely since The Five Doctors. And then we see Jinx Monsoon's character, Maestro, murdering someone with music notes. And we have seen in the past trailer that Jinx Monsoon's character can kind of make tangible music notes. As we saw in a previous trailer, she had wrapped Ruby with music notes. And so it seems like she can use music to kill people or incapacitate and capture people. And of course, Maestro does get translated through to Master from another language, so there is that connection. I don't think Jinx Monsoon is playing the Master, but it is just something I have to mention. Maybe she is working for the Toymaker, part of the Toymaker's Legions, because in this trailer there is also another shot of Maestro being called basically demons, and this makes it likely that Maestro is one of the Toymaker's Legions, as of course he promised in the Giggle that when he was as he was being defeated by the Doctors, that his legions were coming. So Maestro could be one of the Toymaker's Legions, as Maestro seems to be like the music master as much as the Toymaker was like the Toymaker, the music maker, the music master. There are just so many ways that Maestro could be interpreted with Jinx Monsoon playing this role. And of course, with it being called demons, that is a promise of more creatures like the Toymaker and Maestro to come, as Russell T Davies did state that there was a whole pantheon of gods that Maestro and other characters belong to, so it seems like we are going to get a lot of demonic characters. And then there's a shot with politics over it, which is the episode probably featuring Roger Ap Gwilliam as like this campaign, like he's trying to be this politician. Maybe it's even for Prime Minister, because there was like bigger, bolder Britain or something. And in this shot, we see Ruby, and she looks older, and we have seen like an older version of Ruby with glasses in the previous trailer. So it seems like maybe that shot of the older Ruby with glasses was from this episode with Roger Ap Gwilliam, and maybe Ruby will be like left behind or separated or stranded from the Doctor at some point in the series, and maybe there will be one whole episode like featuring Ruby trying to get back to the Doctor. It's just very interesting. And then that is followed by a shot covered with poles over a pole, and this seems to be from the episode Dot and Bubble. But it's very weird, like poles. I know like the first and 12th Doctor like kind of regenerated from the North Pole, I think it was. I know they both kind of regenerated in their TARDIS, but that's where the TARDIS was dematerializing from. So I don't know what it could mean, but I just thought I'd mention that 2 Doctors have regenerated from a pole of the planet. And also, following on from that, we get another weird one of sand, and we saw, like, sand cover, like, planets in the previous trailer and was maybe destroying them, and in this trailer there seems to be a giant, like, well, dust cloud of sand, like, coming through a street and maybe destroying buildings. I don't know what this sand could be, but I do know some people were speculating that the sand was a kind of stand-in for something else, but it now seems like the sand is something that is going to be in this episode, and maybe it is a kind of force like the flux that just destroys everything in its wake. And then, moving past that, we see snow, and snow is just shown so much in these season 1 trailers, and it's just like, there's so much snow shown. Like, maybe it connects back to the church on Ruby Road when Ruby was abandoned by her mother as it was snowing then, but of course snow will factor into it a lot. Maybe we will find out something about Ruby's mother or the person who abandoned Ruby at the church in the church on Ruby Road, because we are revisiting snow and it was snowing when Ruby was abandoned. And then there is a shot titled Space, and something big was revealed, because we see the Doctor screaming in his TARDIS, and that was in the previous trailer, but in the previous trailer he was in his TARDIS, but in this shot, in this trailer, he is in the memory TARDIS from Tales of the TARDIS. And this is big because we have never seen a modern Doctor, specifically the incumbent Doctor, in the memory TARDIS. And it is unsure if, like, the memory TARDIS is its own separate TARDIS, if it is just the Doctor's TARDIS when the Doctor isn't in it. It's just so weird. Maybe this is an indication we will get a Tales of the TARDIS, another Tales of the TARDIS spin-off, like a season 2 of that. And maybe this is how Russell T Davies proves that the 15th Doctor has the original TARDIS that, like, the Doctor has had since An Unearthly Child, since, of course, the TARDISes were split in The Giggle, and Russell T Davies did say that it will be addressed that the 15th Doctor has the TARDIS that has been the TARDIS since An Unearthly Child, so maybe this shot is a shot addressing that. And then, to close out this trailer, the Doctor and Ruby in new outfits. Again, another new outfit for Ruby and the Doctor. They are changing their clothes, like, just every episode, new clothes. And seemingly they are having a great time in the TARDIS and, like, just saying, like, stuff is amazing. So I don't know where this is from, but maybe this is at an end of an episode. And for the final shot of this trailer, it is the Doctor and Ruby, probably after having saved the day in the Devil's Cord, as they are in their 60s era outfits, holding umbrellas that they were seen holding earlier in this trailer and also in past trailers, but this is definitely from the Devil's Cord, so maybe this is just after they have stopped Maestro. And that's the trailer. Now that was just insane. Like, the memory TARDIS, like, being revealed, well, obviously too soon, because this was supposed to be probably released this coming weekend. But that's insane. The memory TARDIS from Tales of the TARDIS, I didn't think we'd ever see that again outside of maybe Tales of the TARDIS Season 2. The snow, obviously, is very important. Also, like, poles, like, what's that? And also sand. Like, that seems like sand is more like Star Wars, but, well, it just looks insane. I cannot wait for Season 1 of Doctor Who, and we don't have to wait long, because on the 11th of May for Australia and the UK and all the countries like more east of the UK, and then for the rest of the world, the West, so more like the Americas, will be on the 10th. So, I can't wait for Doctor Who. Let me know what you think down in the comments below of this trailer. Is there anything that I missed? What are you most excited for Season 1 of Doctor Who? And also, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, also subscribe, and share it out. And I will see you in the next one.